been bringing us the most comfortable chairs. We live our lives in Lazy Boy, and this is the biggest one we've ever offered, or if not the biggest in that whole range, because it's from the Summit collection. And this is where you get all the upgrades. Here's what QVC does that even Lazy Boy doesn't do if you walk into one of their stores. We put in all of those a la carte upgrades that you would spend a little bit more for here and a little bit more for there, like iClean fabric, the highest end iClean fabric, which means if you spill something in this, you want to cuddle up with your grandchild and they spill their juice box or you spill your wine, you know, you can clean it off right away. It feels like suede. It's beautiful. It's more expensive. Also, we have the Temper memory foam. It adapts to your body like a Tempur-Pedic bed, and it feels so good, but then it bounces back up, so you don't get that divot of like, oh, that's so-and-so's chair, because that's the form of their body. Then this one, the Redwood Summit, comes with all the tall enhancements, like a taller base, deep chaise seat, extra long leg rest, and here's what we're doing that we always do with Lazy Boy. We put them all together for you. We have white glove delivery service for free right to your door, all at a price where you can get the power, which those are your two choices, the manual, which is the best manual there is out there. They invented it, and there's 42 or 52 positions in the manual. But you get the power for less than the retail price of the manual. $290 is your easy pay for the manual. $410 is your easy pay for the power, which is, by the way, the only wireless remote in the industry. Here are your color choices. I am in the charcoal. Isn't that so beautiful? It's so look how big this is. We're banking on, like, or we're like approaching a chair and a half in the size of this one. Again, one of the biggest they do. Charcoal. This is whiskey. This one always makes me think of, like, you know, that den with the wood paneling and, like, you know, maybe where you have a cigar or something like that. I don't know. A nice snifter of brandy. Here we have, this one is a stucco. So here's where I get to say, red wine is no match for iClean, and this is the top-end iClean fabric. And then finally, we have camel, which they're all really beautiful neutrals that will mix back in any decor. But if you have someone who wants to cuddle up with the grandkids on that biggest we do, or someone who's really, really tall and needs all of that bigger style, this is it. Now we have to talk about value, because the manual should be $2,142. Oh, by the way, that white glove delivery service is going to come to you quicker, like twice as quick as it would if you went to Lazy Boy themselves. $692 value on the manual. The retail on the power is $3,220. That's $1,170 savings. Again, you are getting the power today for less than the retail of the manual. H492709 is your item number. Molly Menti is joining us. She has been with Lazy Boy for how many years?
15 years.
So good to see you. It's been a while. I love presenting Lazy Boy. I always tell my story of my grandmother who had hers for, like, had to be 40-something years.
It's incredible, because I think we've become a little bit, not just synonymous with comfort and durability, but that durability where we become a part of your American story, right?
Yep.
We're a part of, like, where you go to be comfortable with your family. You know, everybody talks about is if that's where you cuddle up with just your kids or the grandkids, this is where we want you to be comfortable. But then in the Summit series, I mean, this is actually the largest one we've ever had here. We haven't had a Summit series in almost 2 years at QVC. And believe me, you guys have asked for it. You've gone, the chairs are beautiful, but could you just do a little bit bigger?
Yeah.
Well, this is mega size. Look at how much room just in the interior. Every time I sit down, and I'm growing another little boy right now.
It is a chair and a half and more.
It is a chair and a half. Every time I sit down, my two boys want to cuddle with me. The dog wants to get up.
Yeah.
So even if that's just what you want it for, this is going to be that chair that grows with you, that you have all that room. Even the way we rolled these arms on the Redwood gives you more interior space. And then we want you to live in your chair eat in your chair. So we covered it in this beautiful micro suede that has this modeling on it where people are gonna go, is that suede? What is
Yes.
it? But it's iClean. And look at this color. This is like this beautiful, absolutely light stucco color. I'm gonna just show you real quick why none of these colors you need to stay away from.
Even the stucco that you're in.
Even the stucco, which is one of our most popular. This is red wine. I can pour it right on here, and it just poured right off of that. Look at that. And it rolls around. I can take a dry paper towel. I'm not bringing any cleaner to the situation. And I can just go along, and this stain runs away from the fabric.
That paper towel becomes a vacuum.
Right, into
it just
the dry
sucks
paper
it right
towel.
up.
And nothing goes through to the other side. So you're not worrying about smells or stains as this continues.
And when you have a Lazy Boy for 40 years, you want it to have iClean on it. You also want it to have that temper material foam on the inside too, because it will mold to your body, but then it doesn't have a divot when you leave.
Doesn't have a divot. It's going to be the perfect set every time. It's the same material that's in Space Age Beds. I just looked at you and was like, you look like you are so comfortable, like you're in a bed. Like you could just nap
You
in
could.
there.
And it goes all the way back,
It goes
right?
all the way back. And you're in our manual recliner. And you know, we still do manual reclining better than anyone else in the industry. That's because of our patents. There is a 3-position locking footrest, 18 comfort reclining back for a total of 54 individualized comfort positions. You're getting total body and independent lumbar support in every one of those positions. Increased adjustability that you only get from Lazy Boy. And then remember, it is our highest end memory foam that we offer. 4-sided hardwood construction, which we've had since 1928. That's why your grandmother's chair didn't fall apart. Still assembled right here from domestic and imported parts in the United States of America. But more people at QVC and in our showrooms go, hold the phone. There is the only wireless remote in the industry.
Right.
It's whisper silent, so you can get into a full bed recline. But look at this. You can lift your head and neck up without bringing anything else to the chair. Increase that already famous lumbar support. You're sitting on our top-of-the-line memory foam, 4-sided hardwood construction, and then, so importantly, we are still assembled right here from domestic and imported parts in the United States of America, where we have been since 1928. That's something I'm so proud of. You know, all the way back almost 100 years ago, Lazy Boy made a commitment to the American worker and a commitment to American ingenuity. We wanted to protect our patents, and this is where these chairs are put together by your neighbors. I had the great pleasure of going down there just a couple of years ago and meeting the men and women, Terry, that put our Lazy Boys together, and the attention to craftsmanship. That's why when we talk about limited lifetime warranties on these chairs, it's way different than other furniture. There's such an attention to craftsmanship, and then we test and retest our Lazy Boy recliners so that they're going to stand the test of time. That's why you guys always call me and say, I or a family member slept in this chair and it's lasted for 30 years or 40 years. This is not disposable furniture.
It's not.
This is heritage furniture that you're going to use every single day.
That's been made here in the USA since 1926. They've been here. They've gone through 2 world wars and tough times, you know, with markets and all of that stuff, and they've stayed here, which is huge. Now, here are your different color choices. Remember, you're getting the highest end iClean, so don't worry about these light colors, and don't worry about if you like red wine, because it's gonna bead right off. This color is called
Camel. This is the camel. Absolutely gorgeous. We just brought this color this year in another model, but this is so beautiful. It's gonna be that true tone brown and with that tan look to it.
And the highs and lows.
Oh, it's so, and the modeling on all of this, even if we can come in close to the stucco, you guys can see.
Stucco is so pretty. It could play white, it could play cream, it could play a little bit like a gray, a little bit beige. It is the ultimate in, if you've ever wanted like that white furniture, but you were scared to get it dirty. this is the one you want.
This is the one you want. And it's that aspirational furniture. You think you have to wait to have it. You don't have to. Because of
Whiskey
iClean.
is stunning.
Okay, so
Very
definitely
rich.
come in close to the whiskey where you see the stradiations we put in here where it almost looks like a distressed piece of leather, but it's going to wear so beautifully. You can't overstate you were talking about the smoking room.
Yes.
Like a lazy boy in that dark brown, so beautiful.
So stunning. And then finally, we have charcoal, which is that deeper gray, but still not too dark.
It isn't so dark for us to be saying charcoal. I think that's because of the undertones that we have here. So gorgeous. And I think just while we're looking at this too, to talk about how large the Redwood is just something, because even just this back, like when we're talking about normal lazy boy recliners and we talk about a really high back for your certain sizes, we're generally talking about like 41-inch backs or 42-inch backs. This is a 46-inch back.
Wow.
So it is going to fit you and your loved ones. You can cuddle up in it.
I mean, I'll show you again. When we sit in it, we only take up like one half. I mean, this is definitely, it's hard to tell on television, so I wanted to show you. I mean, it has the highest back I've ever seen, the widest here. And so if you have a big golden retriever that likes to come and cuddle with you, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about it with the iClean fabric. And here's what we do. We put these together for you. We give you free white glove delivery service set up within 1 to 3 weeks, whereas normally, what is it? Like 6 to 9?
Yeah, if you were to go and look at this, it's 6 to 8 weeks to get it home to you from our showrooms, from our website. But with our partnership with QVC, it's 1 to 3 weeks to be home and ready to cuddle up in your home. And the other thing is, this is in-home delivery and setup, which is kind of unheard of in the furniture world to be included. So don't worry about the size of this chair. Our delivery men are happy to bring it upstairs into a bedroom, downstairs into a basement, wherever you want to place this. They're going to put the chair together for you. And then if it's the power option, they're going to plug it in and make sure it's in working order. And then they're going to take the trash away. So you're not going to have a giant box sitting outside that you have to worry about.
Yes.
All you're going to have is a brand new, beautiful lazy boy that be able to sit and relax.
Live your life and make your memories in. And our prices are just phenomenal because we add in all of the good stuff that if you walked into a lazy boy store, they'd be like, well, do you want the iClean? Yes. That's going to be this much. Do you want the highest end iClean? Yes. Well, it's going to be that much more. Do you want the Tempur-Pedic foam? Yes. Well, that's going to be this much more. And then with this one, which I've never been able to say, this is the largest one we ever offered, all of the what they call tall enhancements, like the higher back. We're almost to like a chair and a half when I sit in this one, and I'm like, there is so much room here. So what we do is you can get the Power XR for a lower price than you would pay for a manual at the Lazy Boy store. The retail value of the manual is $2,142. For the Power XR, we're at $2,050. That's it. I mean, that is, most people walk in, they're like, I'm just gonna get the manual. It's an amazing manual. It has like 52 different positions. And then they walk in, they go, well, I think I'll upgrade to the Power. Everybody would upgrade to the Power if they got it for less than the manual. I mean, it's the way it goes.
To talk about why you might want to upgrade to the Power also, we have Kevin over here who is 6'2", Kevin, so that's the height of my husband. So everything in our family
it's even
has to
engulfing
work
him
for 2 different people. The fun thing about Kevin is he has Martha at home, his Newfoundland, which I think is like the biggest dog you can own. But he would have room for her to cuddle up with him. At 6'2", he has a lot of room still in this. And then if you can get into that full bed recline, I just want to show you why our customers love this Power XR Plus. In the full bed recline, so he can push just these 2 buttons right here, get into that full bed recline. But once he's there, this is like a bed. This could be where you have, your guests stay because of all this extra room. Now watch, he's sleeping, he's napping. He's gonna press this button right here and increase just his head and neck. I want you to see that from the side. So this is why this is our highest end power that we offer. He's increasing just his head and neck. And then if you can put your hand back there, he can also increase just his lumbar support.
Oh, that's so nice.
Filling in his low back. Lazy Boy's already famous for their lumbar support. Let me just tell you right now, I'm just about 7 months pregnant.
You need that lumbar
Let me tell
support.
you what, that lumbar support button
Really
is
comes in handy.
really
Well, and
coming in handy these
we've
days.
heard